outperformed every single large hedge fund in that same year and even more than doubled the returns of Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway.
So what do? They stop all the primaries. They don't have real primaries anymore. They haven't had a real primary since 2012.
Yeah.
They rig them. They rig it with Bernie Sanders. They rig it with RFK Jr. You know, they're just, the whole business is great.
They say the average investor is lucky to pull in 7 to 10% a year. But in 2024, Nancy Pelosi's stock portfolio reportedly surged by 70%. Not 17. Not 27. 70. That wasn't just beating the market, that was obliterating it. According to critics, her returns outperformed major hedge funds and even doubled the performance of Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway. And that's where the questions begin.
President, his position on the stock trading ban bill before Congress, he obviously had pretty loaded comments about Senator Hawley. There's some reporting that they've since spoken. What is his position on the current status?
In a tense White House press briefing, Karoline Leavitt didn't dodge. She didn't pivot. She went straight at it. When asked about banning stock trading for members of Congress, she made it clear, this debate exists because Americans are tired of politicians getting rich while in office. Then she named the elephant in the room, Nancy Pelosi. The room went quiet.
To Senator Hawley, who called him, and the president took that call. As the president said in the Roosevelt Room yesterday, conceptually, he of course supports the idea of ensuring that members of Congress and United States senators who are here for public service cannot enrich.
The media thought they had drama cooking between Trump and Senator Josh Hawley over the Honest Act, a bill aimed at restricting congressional stock trading. But according to Leavitt, Hawley called Trump directly. They talked. No feud. No betrayal. Just a conversation about preventing lawmakers from enriching themselves while serving the public. The GOP Civil War narrative? Dead on arrival.
This idea to put a ban on stock trading for members of Congress is even a thing is because of Nancy Pelosi. I mean, she is rightfully criticized because she makes, I think, $174,000 a year, yet she has a net worth of approximately $413 million. In 2024, Nancy Pelosi's stock portfolio, this was a fascinating statistic to me, grew 70% in 1 year.
Pelosi's congressional salary sits around $174,000 per year. Yet estimates have placed her net worth in the hundreds of millions. Now critics argue, how does a career public servant accumulate that kind of wealth? Is it strategic investing? Timing? Or something voters deserve more transparency about? That's the debate fueling this bill.
Outperformed every single large hedge fund in that same year and even more than doubled the returns of Warren Buffett's Berkshire.
Joe Rogan once argued that when Donald Trump entered politics, he ripped the curtain back on Washington's inner workings. Love him or hate him, Trump didn't follow traditional media channels. He bypassed them. Podcasts, rallies, direct communication, and suddenly Americans started questioning everything, including how lawmakers trade stocks while voting on legislation.
American people on this. He doesn't want to see people like Nancy Pelosi enriching themselves off of public service and ripping off their constituents in the process. As for the mechanics of the legislation and how it will move forward, the White House continues to be in discussions with our friends on Capitol.
Supporters argue Trump exposed what they call a cozy relationship between legacy media and political elites. Instead of playing along, he went around the gatekeepers. And whether you agree or not, independent journalism exploded during that time. The public had more access to alternative perspectives than ever before.
So fucking corrupted.
Ooh.
And it's so obvious, like, we're at a stage where, like, we have enough information to see, like, that how much greed and money just corrupts the system.
But I don't think we really got to see it until Trump ran. I think you got to see it unveiled in a way when Trump ran that you never got to see before.
Critics of the Democratic Party claim that primaries haven't been truly competitive in years. They point to disputes involving Bernie Sanders and Robert F. Kennedy Jr., arguing the system favors insiders. Democrats reject that narrative. But the perception alone has fueled distrust among voters who feel party establishments control outcomes.
It unveiled in a way when Trump ran that you never got to see before. Because also you got the rise of independent journalism that happens at the same time.
Yeah.
So you have people that report just on the facts, not like this CNN fucking lean or the Fox News lean, but just reports on exactly what's happening and how it happened.
At the core of this entire debate is one simple question. Should members of Congress be allowed to actively trade stocks? The Honest Act aims to restrict that. Supporters say it restores trust. Opponents argue existing disclosure laws are enough. But what's undeniable is this: public confidence in government ethics is fragile.
If you're paying attention and you follow those people, and a lot more people are than ever before, you get a way different understanding of how gross this game is.
Yeah.
And because the guy was so polarizing, and because he was such an easy guy to turn into a Nazi, like you pointed to him, you're like, this is our fuck him. Look at the way he talks.
Yeah.
He's gonna ruin the world. It's a threat to democracy.
This isn't just about Pelosi. It's about a broader belief among many Americans that politics and money are too intertwined, that both parties protect insiders, that influence travels faster than accountability. When people see lawmakers outperform Wall Street professionals, it doesn't look impressive. It looks suspicious.
Stop all the primaries. They don't have real primaries anymore. They haven't had a real primary since 2012.
Yeah.
They rig them. They rig it with Bernie Sanders. They rig it with RFK Jr. You know, they're just, the whole business is gross.
So here's where it lands. Should public office be strictly public?